Christopher Columbus, an Italian sailor, dreamed of finding a new route to the east. His vision was not just a fleeting thought, but a burning ambition that consumed him. He believed he could reach Asia by sailing west across the vast and uncharted Atlantic Ocean, a daring idea at the time. This belief stemmed from his extensive study of ancient maps and his miscalculations of the Earth's circumference, which he thought was smaller than it actually is. Driven by ambition and the promise of spices, gold and new lands, Columbus sought patronage for his risky voyage. He tirelessly presented his plans to various European courts. After several rejections and years of persistence, he finally secured the support of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain, who saw potential in his bold proposal. With royal backing and a fleet of 3 ships, Columbus set out to prove his theory and claim new territories for Spain, embarking on a journey that would change the world. His journey was not merely a geographical expedition, but a testament to human curiosity, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of the unknown, facing numerous challenges along the way. Little did he know that his voyage would have far-reaching consequences, forever altering the course of human history and reshaping the world as he knew it, leading to the Columbian Exchange and the dawn of a new era. In August 1492, Columbus set sail from Palos de la Frontera, Spain, with 3 ships, the Niña, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. The journey was fraught with challenges: the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean, the unpredictable weather, and the fears of the unknown weighed heavily on the crew. Weeks turned into months, and still there was no sign of land. Mutiny brewed among the weary sailors who yearned to turn back. Columbus, however, remained steadfast in his belief that land was near. His determination, combined with a fortunate change in the wind, kept the expedition going. Finally, after more than 2 months at sea, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. On October 12, 1492, a lookout on the Pinta spotted land. The sight sent a wave of relief and excitement through the exhausted crew. They had reached land after a grueling journey. Columbus, believing he had reached the East Indies, named the island San Salvador and claimed it for Spain. He encountered the native inhabitants, whom he called Indians, believing them to be inhabitants of the Indies. The indigenous people, the Taino, were peaceful and welcoming, offering the newcomers gifts and showing them their way of life. Columbus, blinded by his quest for gold and riches, saw not only new lands but also potential subjects for the Spanish crown. Columbus spent several months exploring the Caribbean, encountering various indigenous groups and establishing the first Spanish colony in the Americas. He marveled at the lush landscapes, exotic flora and fauna, and the unfamiliar customs of the native inhabitants. He returned to Spain in 1493, bringing with him news of his discoveries along with native captives and a sampling of the New World's treasures. His arrival sparked a wave of excitement and wonder throughout Europe. The discovery of new lands, previously unknown to Europeans, ignited the imaginations of explorers, adventurers, and fortune seekers. Columbus's voyage had opened up a new frontier, a vast and unknown territory ripe for exploration, exploitation, and ultimately colonization. Section 5: Riches and Conquest, the Lure of the Americas. News of Columbus's discoveries spread like wildfire throughout Europe, fueling a frenzy of exploration and conquest. The promise of untold riches and new lands captivated the imaginations of many. Spain, eager to capitalize on its newfound wealth and power, quickly dispatched more expeditions to the New World. These expeditions were driven by the hope of finding gold, silver, and other valuable resources. The quest for gold, silver, and other riches drove the Spanish conquistadors to explore and conquer vast territories, subjugating native populations and establishing a vast colonial empire. Their relentless pursuit of wealth led to the exploitation of both land and people. The Americas, once a land of diverse cultures and civilizations, became a battleground for European ambitions. The clash of cultures was inevitable, as European powers vied for dominance. The indigenous populations, often outmatched in weaponry and susceptible to European diseases, faced displacement, enslavement, and death. The impact on native societies was devastating and long-lasting. The arrival of Europeans marked a turning point in the history of the Americas, setting in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of both continents. The legacy of this era is still felt today as the cultural and historical landscapes of the Americas were irrevocably changed. Section 6. A clash of worlds. Impacts on indigenous populations. The arrival of Europeans had a devastating impact on the indigenous populations of the Americas. European diseases such as smallpox, measles, and influenza ravaged native communities, wiping out entire populations. The introduction of new technologies such as firearms and horses further shifted the balance of power in favor of the Europeans. The forced labor imposed upon indigenous populations, coupled with the loss of their lands and traditional ways of life, led to widespread suffering and cultural disruption. The indigenous peoples of the Americas, once thriving and diverse, faced a profound existential crisis as a result of European contact. Section 7. The Columbian Exchange, a transformation of life. Columbus's voyages sparked a global exchange of goods, ideas, and diseases between the Old World and the New World, known as the Columbian Exchange. This exchange had a profound impact on both continents, transforming diets, economies, and ecosystems. New World crops, such as potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, were introduced to Europe, revolutionizing agriculture and nutrition. European livestock, such as cattle, pigs, and horses, were brought to the Americas, altering the landscape and providing new sources of food and transportation. However, the Columbian Exchange also had devastating consequences, facilitating the spread of diseases and invasive species that had a detrimental impact on both continents. Section 8. A legacy of colonization, shaping the Americas. The discovery of America by Columbus ushered in an era of European colonialism that would shape the political, social, and cultural landscape of the Americas for centuries to come. Spain's success in establishing colonies in the New World inspired other European powers, such as Portugal, England, France, and the Netherlands, to follow suit. The competition for land, resources, and power among European nations had a profound impact on the development of the Americas, leading to wars, alliances, and the displacement and exploitation of indigenous populations. The legacy of colonialism continues to shape the Americas today, influencing language, culture, and identity. Section 9. Reflecting on Discovery Columbus's complex legacy. Christopher Columbus's legacy is a complex and controversial one. He is credited with opening up the Americas to European exploration and trade, but his voyages also marked the beginning of a period of colonization, exploitation, and cultural genocide for indigenous populations. His actions raise important questions about the ethics of discovery, the consequences of cultural clashes, and the responsibilities of explorers towards the people and lands they encounter. Today, Columbus's legacy is the subject of ongoing debate and reassessment as we grapple with the complexities of his historical impact and the enduring legacies of colonialism. Section 10. Conclusion: the enduring significance of 1492. The year 1492 marks a pivotal moment in human history, a year that stands out in the annals of time. Christopher Columbus's voyage across the Atlantic Ocean, while driven by a quest for a new route to the east, inadvertently led to the discovery of the Americas by Europeans. This journey was fraught with challenges and uncertainties, yet it opened up a new world. This event had far-reaching consequences, triggering a chain reaction that would forever alter the course of history. The arrival of Europeans in the Americas set the stage for centuries of exploration, colonization, and cultural exchange. The Columbian Exchange, The rise of global trade, the transatlantic slave trade, and the foundation of new nations and empires can all be traced back to this pivotal moment. The exchange of goods, ideas, and even diseases between the old and new worlds reshaped societies on both sides of the Atlantic. While Columbus's legacy remains a subject of debate, there is no denying the profound and enduring significance of his voyages on the world we live in today. His expeditions paved the way for the modern, interconnected world, influencing countless aspects of our current global society.